Yes. Right, on reflection, I feel better today. I think I just got myself all hepped up with the fact that we've lost quite a few games, like now, 4 out of 5. And obviously we need to pick up some wins. But we've got Chelsea next. They're obviously in fine form ever since Fat Frank fucked off. So it's a big game. But then with Fulham after that, and I think we'll get 3 points at Fulham. Let's see how weekend goes. On reflection, last night, brilliant start. Ultimately had the ball in the back of the net twice. I know it don't make no difference. One were offside, one were out of the pitch. But I actually, swear on my life, feared for worse after that first 10 minutes. I just thought, if we lull, because we are capable of lulling, the problem we've got, I believe, is we need more often to implement our way of football, like regardless of what the other side are doing. So, because we're such high energy, so like Man City, we're obviously technically not as good as Man City, but Guardiola was speaking the other week about like how, well, he was talking about Phil Foden actually, but it was on about how he needs to learn how to like inject the game with a bit of speed. Now we play slightly different, but we need to maintain the speed. We can't, as soon as we go drab, after that first 10 minutes, West Ham were not really offering out, and then we went drab. We knocked it down. We didn't want to, there were no impetus about us. But having said that, so the 30 minutes, it was a corner, which was horrendous. It was a silly tackle from Ayling, penalty. 2-0, you cannot go 2-0 down in the Premiership. We all know that anyway. You can't go 2-0 down in any game, but no matter what level. But the second half, we were excellent. The problem was, well, I don't know about excellent, but we created a lot of chances. The problem was, by then, I was depressed. So when I was watching it, I was unwilling to sort of see what I was seeing. Like, my eyes were dead. I was dead behind the eyes. So, I was still pretty down. But looking at it and, like, having a few comments in that with on the last video, shout out to all my commenters, good guys. We all sort of unanimously agree that we were decent. It's just that 30 minutes was like madness, really. So it's good to get people's perspective and stuff, and that is why I'm doing the channel, because obviously I would be going to the games, but we can't at the moment. So I just wanted to chat to some people like I would do in pub normally. But yeah, so overall I'm actually positive. Bielsa were right, we had 30 bad minutes, and then for the rest of the game we pretty much controlled the game. I know you could argue they controlled the game because we didn't, like I say, we just didn't implement ourselves on them enough. But yeah, I'm going to say it again. If we're playing Click, either because Click has dropped off, and I love Click. He was last year was my favourite player at the club, like by a long way. I just love him. But he doesn't seem at the races, and I don't want to call him out. But if we're going to play him off of Bamford. I just think now we've got to go play our best 11 now. And if Rodrigo's fit, for me, Click comes out, Roberts comes out, and I love both of them. And Roberts has earned his place, and he deserves his place. But just as it's going, let's just get back to Rodrigo playing in behind Bamford. I'd get Dallas in the Click role that Click hasn't occupied for a few weeks now. He plays better off of Bamford. He doesn't want that. It's like a weird centre midfield role, that role. So there's Rodrigo, and that's why Hernandez has been edged out of the side, because he can't play that Click role either. He can play in behind the centre forward, but we've got Roberts and Rodrigo that can play there. So I just think Harrison out wide on left, Raf on right, Rodrigo, Dallas, Phillips, obviously Bamford up top. I'd get Alioski left back because Dallas is in that spot. I just think Dallas, even though he's not the most quality footballer we have, he is one of the ones that sort of understands the drive needed, like just like the impetus. He gets the impetus going. And Ayling normally does that. And Ayling had the worst game I've ever seen him play yesterday. But he is due. You're allowed a bad performance. You can't just call players out like that. It's not fair. He's been brilliant this season. And some people are saying, it's only on Facebook talking shit, but some people are saying that he's not up to the standard of the Premiership. I just don't think that's fair. Even all the pundits, all at the start of the year, were saying, I can't believe how much he's come on and how nobody's picked him up. So, we have to back Bielsa. He's not going to change. He's not going to change the formation. It's make plan A better, isn't it? And most top managers are like that. I don't think it's a burnout thing. I don't think we're knackered. I just don't. We're getting a full squad back now. Phillips were really good yesterday, to be fair, the more I think about it. A few sloppy balls out from centre backs, Cooper and Llorente, a couple of sloppy balls for him, although I think he's excellent and like his defending's brilliant. Corners is so bad, I can't even. I'm going to do a video on corners, I think. I've said before, I cannot defend corners. I was absolutely horrendous at defending corners. I didn't want that smoke. But these are big blokes, you know, professional footballers. I don't understand the marking system. Like, I don't want them to go zonal. Like, you can man mark, but I don't understand why Ayling is literally like this to the dude before he sets off. And then as soon as he sets off, he doesn't know where the ball is because he's like this. And then as soon as he sets off, Ayling goes like, he just doesn't know what's happened. And Llorente were doing the same thing. They were swapping over at some point. There were one where that Soucek, before the ball came in, it just went like that in a circle. And Ayling were like, he must have thought corner had already come in. Now, it's crazy how many like free headers they get. Just give them I know they said you can't let them have a 4-yard run because they'll always beat you in the air. But you're letting them have a 4-yard run and you're not even stood there. If you were 4 yards off him, waiting for the run and looking at the ball, just go and try and win that header rather than, you know, not being anywhere near him and being stood like 12 yards out while he's heading it in from 2 yards out. It's just madness to me. But yeah, that's my ramble over. I'll be back in, because obviously Chelsea on Saturday. I hate 12 o'clock kickoffs. They do my head in. I like to settle into the day, but yeah, because I work quite late, so it's like, you know, don't want it. But yeah, nice one. What do we reckon? Let's stay positive. We are staying up, everybody. We are staying up. Do not worry. Nice one. Take it easy.
I don't wanna play no games. No, I don't wanna play no games. No, I don't wanna hear your promises. You do you, and I'll do me. That's just